So with the permission of the regional police commander, as can be seen on in the shot, we've been allowed entry to a portion of the accident center, the explosive center. And as you can see, we still have the crime officers actually making sure that they have some, materials or information that will help with their investigation. As you can see, they are taking some kind of evidence from the site. But we just make our way onto the site proper. So the name of the quarry site is Omni Quarry, which we have been told that it is operated by some Chinese, and we just want to actually now walk closer to the peak of the disaster. And as you can see here, we have a lot of things actually destroyed by this disaster. And look here, some of the ties used by the trucks that actually work here at the quarry site, and you can see they are all been covered with dust from the explosion. Right before me is a dismantled or destroyed tractor, as you can see, and it tells you the impact of the disaster that actually happened here. And just close by them, you see these red jackets, and these are not anything but safety overall, the overalls that workers use here, all messed up in the disaster. But I will move closer. We'll move closer to actually see. We'll move closer to see the impact. And a close shot of this tells you that these are all parts of the logistics, or things they use for their operations over here, all mangled. Regional crime officer wearing the red top with his team, also looking at what is actually happening there. What I'm seeing here tells you that there's a peak. That is a peak, or the eye of the disaster, which actually happened here. We see cracks all over here, and then it goes into the peak of the disaster. It tells you that the explosion actually came from here. Because of the scent coming from the chemicals, we have been advised to put on our nose masks, and as you can see, everybody currently is wearing a nose mask. But we want to just talk to one of the first respondents agencies that actually came here, and definitely the fire service were the first to get here. So we have the regional commander here. So what can you tell us about what your team saw and the account of the incident so far?
We dispatched Shama fire tender at 11:15 p.m. They got here, and when they did assessment, they realized that the fire had engulfed the adjoining bushes there, and considering the nature of the incident, they requested for additional pump. That is how we see it. That is to say that they needed additional help. So we relayed information to the Boasi fire station, and then the appliance was dispatched to come and support in the firefighting.
A look at the site tells you that the disaster has been so much destructive, but we have the district and NADMO officer here to actually tell us his account in terms of what he saw and what he has so far counted in terms of persons believed, to have died.
4 have been found dead. They are the mortuary at the moment. 3 blacks and 1 white lady. The other 4 Chinese, we can't find them at the moment. So this is what we are in now. The DC is here. We are trying, assembly member, we are trying to get excavator to try and see whether we can get the remaining 4 white men who have lost.
Currently, we have the human resource manager of the Omni Quarry, who are the operators of this very site, and he's Lucas Ampon, and we just want to find out from him how many people were actually on site when this incident happened, and what time did it even happen?
I closed work around 7, and then I was at home, and then all of a sudden a worker called me that there is an incident resulting in a loss of most of my workers. So I had to rush, and getting close to the entrance, my 4 security guards were really injured to the extent that they were already taken to the hospital. So I entered and then realized, in fact, the whole place was burnt down. I actually use 22 workers at night for the night shift. I have 22 workers, 5 Chinese individuals, and then the remaining are blacks. Okay. Looking at the incident, we've been able to get, let's say, 3 blacks that are dead. In fact, they were burnt. Okay, the fire service personnel came to quench the fire, and then we noticed these 3 dead individuals.
We have the DC for Shama here, and we want to find out from him what he has so far observed from his little inspection.
This is too bad. This is too bad. I wasn't expecting this. I'm down. I'm down because looking at the whole area and what has happened, I think that is something that we never expected. I'm here to, as I have seen that there's a dead body, the various parts scattered all over. I want to see.
Minerals Commission officer who has actually also been to the site. Sir, what have you observed so far?
So far, I think they were keeping the explosives on site, which is against the law. You understand? Explosives are kept in a magazine. And in Western region, we have 3 magazines. Ango, Red Rock in Ango, and then some are kept at the 2BN barracks, and then Disco, Solar Nitro. These are the 3 areas that southwest we are getting the explosives, we are keeping the explosives, apart from the Takwa enclave. You understand? But what is happening here, the Chinese behind the Ghanaian doing this quarry are keeping the explosives in the same room they are sleeping in. That has caused this. So in Ghana, we have laws. Explosives are used between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Whatever is left on site, you take it to the magazine. So even if they source it from the right magazine, the surplus should have been returned to the magazine. So investigation is ongoing. We'll get to the root of this.
Is this punishable?
Yes, if you use explosive unlawfully, per the regulation 200 of the LI 2177 is punishable. So we are going to get to the bottom of this. The Chinese that we find them among us, I don't know where they are getting the explosives from. We've tried, the crime office is doing their best to locate all those areas that these Chinese are getting their explosives from, and they are keeping them. You wouldn't know somebody's room, whether there's explosive there or not, unless something happens, as it has happened right now.
So we have the Western Regional Minister here who just completed his inspection, and now we just want to take from him some few observations that he has made with this incident. Sir, first of all, what's your impression about this whole incident when we have Apiate still on our head?
I believe that we need to intensify our monitoring of all the sites that we have. The other one was like gold, but this one is a quarry. Irrespective of that, they are all mining sites, and we need to look at our safety critically. My information is that the Minerals Commission has not gone through all the process with them. So now that we are doing an investigation, we should be able to catch up with the owners of the mine and then go forward, investigate, and see exactly what is happening. My information from the Minerals Commission is that they have not been fully licensed. So I believe that is part of the process. I don't know how they got started mining without the full complement of their licenses. But I also do believe that if they knew that they have started the process, they should have also been monitoring them as we were going through the process.